They're found in the central forest. And the darker guy with the horns is the male. All right, a couple quick things before we get out to see all the animals. First is a sound check. So if you think my voice is too loud right now, it should be turned down. Raise your hand for me. Very good. Quiet. You think I should turn it up? Raise your hand. And you think it's pretty good right where it's at? Please raise your hands. Excellent. All right. A couple quick safety tips before we get to all those animals. First is to remain seated while the vehicle is in motion. So everyone should stay inside the vehicle, and that's how we'll do that. Look, cheetah just off to the right here, in the shade of that large green bush with the orange flowers.
Okay.
Now when I stop the vehicle like this, you can stand up and take pictures, move around. Just I ask when we get moving again that you sit back down and take
This is hard.
Now cheetahs I know are fast animals. We have 3 of them. Oh, there's another one. The second bush, taking setup. Cheetahs are very fast animals. They can be clocked at speeds up to 70 miles per hour. But most of their day will be spent just like this, at 0 miles per hour. They need to rest and conserve energy, make sure they have enough of it for those very exhausting sprints, which they're so famously known for.
Is it? No.
I think 3 in here. We'll see if we can find the third one. Our 3 sisters celebrated their 3rd birthday last week. And you can see that they are nicely camouflaged, which helps them because even though they are fast, they are sprinters, and once they hit that top speed of about 70 miles per hour, they can only go that. Oh, there she is.
Where? Where?
Oh, to the right. They can only go that speed for about 1,000 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Something I would recommend, since it'll be happening soon after we get back, is the cheetah talk. At 1 o'clock, a keeper actually goes in the enclosure, gives the cheetah some lunch, talks about them. And it's really cool to see. So if you're interested, that is 1 o'clock at the cheetah exhibit right down here in the heart of Africa. To the left is a good glimpse of kind of the
You have the best seat.
good example of the enclosures we'll be seeing today. See a crash of rhinos just at the bottom of the hillside there. You can see 3, maybe 4 of them resting just in the shade where the grass meets the dirt. Look kind of behind you, off to the left, you are going to see lots of giraffes sprinting north.
Far away there.
What?
I'll tell you what, we'll check out all these animals on our way back in about 25 minutes. A couple other quick safety things. One is there is a yellow strip on the ceiling of cars 3 and 4. If you find immediate attention for a medical emergency, that strip will do just that. If you're in the front car, you don't have a yellow strip, you can holler at me through my window. And it has been getting a little breezy out there, so if you have any loose items such as hats or sunglasses, please hold on to them. As much as I would like to stop for things falling overboard, I unfortunately cannot do so. Alright, that's pretty much it. Can I see a quick show of hands of anyone who's at the park for the first time today? Anyone? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, lots of you. Excellent. Well, welcome to all. We're very excited to get out there and see what's happening with these animals, show you what makes us unique, and that is our large enclosures. Before we get to them, let's take a quick pit stop here and check out our East African black rhino if we can find her.
It doesn't move. Yeah.
You have to look very close. She looks exactly like the large boulders that were enclosed. But look towards the very front of the vehicle, in front of that second larger tree. She's laying in front of those rocks. You'll be able to tell her apart thanks to some very large cone-shaped ears that are going to be moving around. And there is a baby in there. I don't know if anyone can see it. It might be tucked between mom and the rocks. It might be to the right. I can't see from here. So keep your eyes peeled. We do have a baby about a month old. Pretty close to mom. And maybe on the way back we'll see him up and at him moving around.
Do you see any?
Now you'll notice East African black rhinos, they kind of have a misleading name. They are actually gray in color like all rhinos. But we think that when they were first discovered, they were covered in a dark layer of mud. Hence their name today. Rhinos are very attracted to mud as, unlike us, they cannot sweat. And when you're 3,000 to 4,000 pounds like a black rhino or 4,000 to 6,000 pounds like a white rhino, mud and water, like this water hill to your left, can be great ways to find some temporary relief from the heat. You'll see lots of birds swimming around out there. We have some great white and Dalmatian pelicans, a couple saddle-billed storks on the island. And in addition to birds, watering holes like this one will be very important at the center of life and sustainability out there in Africa. In fact, when we hear about animals migrating, typically they're moving from one place to another in search of food, or more importantly, water. Now, if you're familiar with Africa, you are probably aware that it is home to some very large deserts, most notably the Sahara. And in those deserts, water holes like this one will be extremely rare, but life is surprisingly abundant. And we'll get a good glimpse of some of that desert life off to our right. You're going to see some large white antelope, curly black horns. Those are addax, and addax are really cool because, like a lot of their desert friends, they can go their entire lifetime without actually drinking a single drop of water. They can actually extract all the hydration and the moisture they need from the plants and roots they eat. Also, you can notice that white coat of theirs is very definitive of their environment. Not only helps them blend in very well, but also a great way to reflect heat and sunlight, as white, the color white, will do that much better than some of these darker colors we'll be seeing today. Kind of like if we're heading out to the desert, we're not going to want to pack, dark polyester, white cotton, much better. All right, I see some rhinos coming up to the left here. Lots of animals on the hillside. Whoa, 3 rhinos immediately off to our left. Lots of them. I'll try to stop here a couple times.
Can you see it?
All right, in the shade of the second greener tree, we are going to see Mutter and Mjuba, and those are 2 of our southern white rhinos. We'll talk about them in a second. Shift your eyes to the right of this palm tree, the one that's burnt towards the top of it. You're going to see off to the right is Angalifu, and this is a really nice view of an incredibly endangered species. In fact, this animal is one of 8 remaining in the entire world today. And we have 2 here at the park. There are 6 in the Czech Republic, and we think they are extinct in the wild. And so we do have a lot of conservation efforts that we're currently working on here at the park, and the northern white rhino, really great example of what we're trying to protect. Now look behind that greener tree, behind the rocks, you're going to see 2 best friends. That's Mutter and Mjuba. They're southern white rhinos, 2 females that have been best friends for over 20 years. And that's something very common within the southern white, and actually the northern white rhino communities. Females will bond up. In fact, they will not get pregnant unless they've established a best female friend. They want to have someone nearby that they can share in the motherly responsibility. They want someone that'll help them raise their young calf, and someone they can just hang out with, like they're doing right now. So pretty cool. And we'll talk a little bit more about them in a little bit. Look very closely. See if you can see the baby sable antelope off to the left. You'll see the whole herd at the feeding trough. Anyone see the young baby? Look under that burnt fallen tree. Resting in the shade of that fallen tree, we'll find our young baby about 4 weeks old. You'll notice if you see it, it's much lighter in color. And that's to help it blend in with its environment. One reason it's not out with mom and dad and the rest of the family right now is because babies are extra vulnerable. Predators will try to spot them, hone in on them, and being out in the open is not very safe. And so a lot of these parents will tuck their young babies away, hide them under trees like this, maybe in the rocks. And in those areas, assuming the baby is quiet and still, they will be much safer than they ever would be out there in the wild. And keep your eyes peeled, because we have lots of babies, many of which are probably hidden out of plain sight.